Hi there, I'm John from Escapade Bars, and once again we're here in a little bay called Cala San Vicente up in the north of Mallorca, and the cocktail that we're going to make for you today is a French Martini. Now, it's a really easy, beautiful drink. It's really popular in bars. Once people have tried it, it's one of those drinks that a lot of the time they just come back to again and again and again. So, it's a shaken and strained martini cocktail, which means we're making in one of these, shake it, chill it down, put it through a strainer into a martini glass. So, dead simple ingredients are vodka, a black liqueur. Now on the events we use Chambord, but it'll be difficult for you guys to get hold of it at home. So what I'm doing today, I'm just going to make it with cassis, which you'll find in pretty much any off-license. They'll sell cassis. And I just wanted to do it as close to what you guys will be able to make at home. So, these are the spirits. Then all we've got is pineapple juice and a little tiny squeeze of lemon juice, because pineapple juice is quite sweet a lot of the time. If you're doing it with fresh pineapple, you could mash that instead and then you wouldn't need to add the little dash of lemon. Anyway, like I said, we're using the juice, so here we go. So, it's going to be 2 parts of this to 1 part of the cassis or Chambord. So, we're going to do a shot and a quarter of vodka. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's that in there, and then we're going to do just over half a shot of the cassis or Chambord, whichever you can get hold of, and we're going to go 1, 2, little bubble in there, so we added a little dash more just to compensate. So that's all of our spirits in there now. We're just going to add a little tiny squeeze of lemon. Incidentally, when you're squeezing your fruit into a drink, whether it's while you're making it like this or it's a garnish at the end, it's a nice touch. Always just put your hand over the front of it so that you're not squeezing a bit of lime or lemon into it and all of a sudden someone's just blinded by lime juice in the eye. Happens to me all the time while I'm making drinks, and it hurts. I don't want it to happen to your friends while you're making drinks for them. So, that's that in there. Now, all we do, a little bit of pineapple juice. Now, what happens with your pineapple juice is you leave it in a carton or you leave it in one of these in the fridge. It starts to separate and you get the bit with all of the pulp goes to the bottom and the clear sort of bit with less of the flavour and just more of the sugars goes to the top. So before you use it, always give it a little shake like that. So, you've got that in there. And then, hold the glass, come along with our tin, bring it around, and bring it up. So we're just shaking it. Try not to pull a stupid face at the same time, which for me is pretty much impossible. And part of the beauty of this drink, when you shake anything with pineapple juice, you get kind of a creamy foam that sort of produces on the surface of the drink, and that in itself is, to an extent, part of the garnish of the cocktail. If you're not shaking it enough, you won't get the foam, and if you shake it too much, you'll introduce too much water into the drink and you won't get the foam. So it's a good indicator that you've actually made the drink correctly, so that you've got the proper head, really, on the top of this drink. So, as we want to get the little chips of ice out, we're whacking it through our Hawthorn strainer and then through our tea strainer again. So, bring it up, and hopefully the wind won't blow it over. Now we're just going to put it through there. You can see how it's got that kind of almost creamy appearance. It's got that foam on the top of it. And as I continue with the garnish, it'll start to separate and you'll just see this beautiful darker berry flavoured vodka loveliness down at the bottom of the glass, and you'll get this beautiful head at the top. So, all that's there, and then just a dead simple garnish. Got a little slice of pineapple here, whack it on the side of our glass, and then, just because we're trying to be posh, we're going to give it just a little bit of a lemon zest on the top. And we just take a nice big fat chunk of lemon and just sort of fold it around in itself so we make a nice spiral. You can either chuck it in the glass with it, or you can show off, rest it on the side of the glass, and there you have it. A beautifully made French Martini cocktail. Cheers.